From a young age, I knew I would be a teacher. But school was not fun for me. I struggled with school. I didn't like the environment, but I always loved learning. Later on, I went to college, got my teaching credential, and began teaching in 1980. In 1996, I was homeschooling my children in San Diego, so I decided to open up Hope Learning Center in my garage. Teaching classes so that homeschooling parents would have educational support, students would have access to a fun learning environment, and be part of a supportive community. When I moved to Washington, I started it up again. I began with science classes and later added math, English, health, and history classes. One day, a mom asked me if I could pursue accredited transcripts and diplomas. So I became an Academy Northwest teacher consultant and added accredited transcripts and diplomas to the program. I really related to this mom since my son was denied entrance to a trade school due to his lack of an accredited diploma. We just never know what our students will pursue, so it's great to have this option to prepare them for anything.
I've been homeschooling for 23 years. In 19 of those years, Ms. Baker has walked alongside my children and I in one capacity or another. I've actually had the privilege of seeing 4 of my 5 kids graduate through Hope Learning Center's Academy Northwest program. My first son was Ms. Baker's first Academy Northwest student, and my last child may get to be in her final graduating class. My bookends might just be hers too. I found myself slightly panicking about high school, and actually I was more in a full panic. Just when life was giving me more than I felt like I could do, Ms. Baker was having her own life's transition. Our church made space for her to have a classroom, and I encouraged her to sign up as an Academy Northwest teacher. I made her promise that there would be more moms like me, and if she did this, God would bring the students. I have had the joy of watching God do just that.
Hope Learning Center has done so much for my life. Right now, this is my first year at HLC, and from the start, I just knew it was where I'm meant to be. It's the perfect place to learn, make friends, and build a Christian foundation early. My parents decided to start homeschooling my sister and I during the pandemic. They felt like it was their opportunity to educate us while also instilling Christian morals. When schools began to reopen, my parents decided to continue homeschooling. Even though my parents had kept me busy in extracurricular activities, I've really missed being around kids my own age. Then, my parents heard about HLC and decided to give it a try. I am so glad they did.
Hope Learning Center has grown bountifully. The move that the center made this last year to Washougal at Bethel Community Church was really just one more confirmation that God really is continuing to grow and care for the center's vision. And I guess I just want to encourage families in need of support for their homeschooling journey and with kids in need of good teachers and friends, that Hope Learning Center has so many options that allow families to achieve their kids' educational success.
I've never been to a school that has such friendly and welcoming teachers. The students are just so nice, and the entire environment is just amazing. They have a great selection of classes for all grades, K through 12. This is the perfect opportunity to go to a Christian learning center at an affordable price, but also keep the autonomy homeschooling has given our family. We jumped in, and I took every class that I could at HLC: English, science, math, and history. Now I get to start my English class with a prayer. In general science, we learn the truth of creation, something we never could have discussed in public school. In history class, we get to learn freely about our past without any strong biases. I really like knowing that my teachers and my fellow students can come to school and proudly express their Christian beliefs without fear or hesitation. I don't know what I would do without Hope Learning Center and its awesome staff of teachers.
It has always been important to me to emphasize that learning is not just about a grade. It's about learning in a way that works for the student. This way, the student is stretched and led to a multitude of opportunities. Hope Learning Center partners with parents to provide Christ-centered, truth-based education to help shape their children into excellent, God-honoring men and women.